I really hope. Okay. I think it's working. Yeah. Okay. Gosh, that was not cute the last time. I don't know what is up with my hair. I am going to shower after the stream. Let me try to notify some peeps. God, I hope it's working. Seems weird. We've got a lot of technical issues going on because Mercury is about to go retrograde in. Okay, I got the notification on my phone. Mercury retrograde is about to begin soon, probably later today. But I was filming and stuff. I typically would have gone live a bit earlier, but so I don't know if I'll catch anybody, but I just thought, hey, I'll try. But even if I just sit here and I talk, that's fine too. So as you guys know, maybe you don't know, I don't know, but being on YouTube it can be challenging sometimes. And I think for the first time in a long time, I had some turbulence on YouTube. And I think that certain things are starting to shift in my life. And I think I'm at the very beginning of it. And I want to talk about it. I want to talk about my feelings about it. Just because I feel like it's important to recognize it, and it's important to kind of break it down a little bit. And it's a little bit weird of a thing to talk about. And like I said, I don't want to give the impression that I'm feeling like I'm already the it girly pop or like I'm already there and all that stuff. That's not exactly what I'm saying here. But what I am saying is that it's the start of it. It's a little different. So what I think happened this past week, I think it was odd. So what occurred was I had a situation. Let me take my glasses off because I want to brush my hair. I don't know. I'm like in the mood to brush my hair. What I had was a situation where basically I think I've reached a certain level in terms of weight loss and in terms of like all that kind of stuff. I think what's happening is I'm breaking into small fat, like the small fat category, which what does that mean? What's the significance? What is happening? So on a physical level, let me just break down some disclaimers. On a physical level, I don't feel that great. But externally, I look better. And so I think what happened is people started to project things onto me, or they were starting to project opinions, project stuff in a way that I'm not used to. I think because I haven't been the it girly pop for a long time. Like I wasn't really seen as like really on point or looking better or anything when I was huge. But it was still like, I always describe it as like the freak show, the circus, kind of thing. People don't take you seriously. You can kind of say and do whatever you want. It doesn't sting. People don't care. Yeah. Thank you, Caleb. Yeah. I mean, so I think the other aspect too is like, I'm starting to look better basically at this point. So, because then I went into the mid-fat era, which mid-fat was just invisible. I was very invisible. It was very hard to get people to watch anything I did. It was just difficult. And so there wasn't a lot of interaction. Whereas now I think I'm starting to break into that small fat zone, which what does that mean? It basically means you start to look a little bit better. Hey, John. And so I'm starting to be taken more seriously. The words that I'm saying, they're starting to sting a little bit. even when I'm not trying to. Bot might be asleep, John, and that's unacceptable. I told Bot to be prepared for me to go live at any moment, and Bot is not doing that. So no, I'm just kidding. I cannot wake Bot. Bot probably took a pill to go to sleep. You can try to summon Bot, but Bot is going to be mad that she missed it again. But I'm just like, if I'm feeling it, I need to just go live because this channel gets neglected sometimes. Yeah, maybe Caleb. But yeah, so I think I've been reflecting a lot. Like we're in that previous, like we're in the prior to Mercury retrograde type of thing. And I've been thinking a lot about career and reputation because it's been kind of like coming in as a theme. That's where the retrograde is occurring. And so I had to really think about it because I was really mad for like a few days because I'm like, why are people projecting things onto me? Why are people getting all weird? I'm not used to this, I'm not used to this kind of thing. And I kind of realized I was like, I think I look better. And I think it's starting to like, I know this is so weird to actually talk about, but I feel like I have to talk about it. I think it's starting to have a little bit more of the social capital. And so the things that I say, they're starting to be taken more seriously. And so I think I have to choose my words a little bit differently. And I have to not be so, I guess, crass or uncaring with what I say because I'm starting to have a little bit more of a leadership role. Some very, very kind comments that I don't really want to read just because I don't know if she would want her stuff on blast. But she was just talking to me or commenting to me about how she has, ED and just how much my channel is helping her and stuff. And so it's just a very weird thing this weekend where I had like extreme or not extreme hate, but just like projection and hate based on projection. And then I had, really deep appreciation, like so much stronger feelings towards my content than I'm used to in a long time. And so I had to think about it and I just tried to like, I have these moments now. It sounds so bad to say, but I mean, it's not a bad thing, but I try to think about things from other people's perspective a lot now because I feel like we're at a time where things are so chaotic, things are so insane, and things are falling apart basically almost everywhere. And there's a lack of hope in the world. And I feel just as hopeless as most people. I really do. But I think when I set out to do this, as you guys know, I wanted to do it from an activistic perspective and I want to make a difference. And it's not all about the money and it's not all about this and that and the other. Like there's more to it than just that for me. Again, if I wanted to just make money, I would just get on there and, make the fat jokes and point at fat people and laugh. Basically, I would just do that kind of content if I was going to do it in this range or in this vein. But instead, there are certain things and certain times where I want to change minds and shift perspective, which means that people don't always like it. People get irritated because when you are an activist, you're trying to change things. And a lot of people resist that. And I think reaching a point now where I'm starting to look differently to other people, it's kind of a sobering thing. And it's just very, very early beginning. Like I said, I'm not trying to act like I'm the girly pop it girl right now. I'm saying that I see it coming. I see it starting. It's beginning. This is the very beginning of that. It's the very beginning of probably making it. And I had to kind of reckon with it and think about it and be like, do I really want to do this? Because there's going to be more times where I'm getting hate or where I'm having this irritation or where people project things onto me or they see things that aren't there and all these different things or lie about me or any of this stuff. And I just had to think about it because I was like, look, this type of stuff, it's only going to get worse. Realistically, it's going to get more intense with time. And I'm just, I've been using, or I've been not using, but I've been having YouTube as a job since April, where I've really pursued it as a job. And I think now in August, I have to make a decision if this is going to be my career legitimately. And I think it will be. I'm pretty made up, but I still think it was important for me to question it just because there is a lot that goes behind it. And there is a little bit of a responsibility to it that I don't like, honestly. But I've run from that a lot in my life. And I think that, I don't know, there's just been a lot of people that have told me that I have leadership qualities, that I have those kind of things. I've gotten that from a young age. I've gotten it, at different times in my life. And I think some of my ED was because I didn't want it. I didn't want leadership. I didn't want to take on those roles because it's a lot of pressure and you don't want to do the wrong thing kind of thing. Because I don't know what it is about me, but I've had a lot of people just try to make me lead things basically. And I don't want to typically, or I didn't want to. But now I'm like, okay, I've resisted this like my whole life. To my massive detriment, I will say. Like, it has harmed me greatly to try to tamp myself down or not be seen or do these different things. And it's like, even if I'm not public, I still have people that have lied about me. I've still had cancellations, even in my personal life. It's like I still have all these same issues. And so I think I'm prepared to do this, But I think I realized what my brand was today. And I think that that's important. And my brand is sanity in a sea of insanity, hope in a sea of darkness, which I never quite expected because I feel like for most of my life, I was very insane and very negative. But I guess things change. And I guess the rest of the world maybe just got so bad that here I am, But I feel like I have a restored hope in my career. I feel like I'm going to make it, which is weird. But I feel like I got a lot of reality checks today. And I think when it comes to even like romantic situations and stuff, I've so often been the strong one. And I think I thought that that might change, but I don't think it's going to change, at least not for a while. I think so many people are so sad and despondent and broken. Honestly, I don't know how else to say it. And I get it. It's been so hard. It's been such a horrible time. Like, I don't even know. And it really hasn't gotten better. And it's just one of those things, I think a lot of people are just kind of broken by a lot of things. And certainly in the gay world and certainly in the dating world and stuff like that, I think, people are just broken. And I do think that people will restore themselves. I do think people will get stronger someday, but that could be years down the line. If I had to say, I think things will probably start getting better next year. They'll probably feel more normal in 2028, which is a long time from now. To get back to a sense of normalcy, I think by that time, people will be mostly healed from what we've been through. But we're still in the kind of dead zone right now, and I might be just a bit ahead. And so I think it's just one of those things where you grow up and you realize like you have to take on some kind of you have to do something. So, like I said, I think I realize my brand now. And so I don't think I'm going to do as much like emotionally turbulent videos and stuff for the time being, because even though I feel estrogeny as shit and I feel crazy and I'm like really upset a lot and kind of negative, like I said, I still don't think I'm as bad as a lot of other people. And I think that and like I said, I think I'm in a weird position to help with this issue. Not a weird position, but a special position. I'm in a very particular place, and I can be what I wish I had when I was struggling so horrifically. And even if I have to fight people like I did in my previous video, it doesn't matter because I'm not here for them. I've always wanted to be there for people who had hope. I've always wanted to be there for people in a sense to say, like, keep going. You can do it. Don't listen to those people. Like, they're not right. They're being dogmatic. There's a dogma. I cannot stand dogma. I don't care where it comes from. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And there is such negativity in our culture, and there's such a dogmatism to that negativity where people are constantly told they cannot accomplish their dreams. People are constantly told they cannot accomplish what they want to do, or they cannot be who they are, or all these different things that I've just hated and I've dealt with and sat with for a long time. And I feel like I've reached a point in my life where I can really fight it and try to be some kind of example for those dreamer type people, because I really care about those people, because I hate it when I see those flames blown out. And I feel like a lot of people's flames have been blown out these days. And for better or worse, people often have judged me for not being able to change, but sometimes it's a good thing. Like with everything that has occurred over the past few years and all of the horrific, traumatic things I have been through, the near death experience that lasted 2 years of, the health issues I've had and everything I've literally had to claw my way back from and claw my way out of. Even with all of that and all the chaos that has occurred in the world over the past few years, I'm still basically the same. So I feel like there is a strength in that. There's a stability in that, and I can do that. And even a restoration in that. So if that's my role at this time, then I will embrace it, basically. Because if it's something I can do, then I need to do it, because the world is bigger than me. It's just one of those things. And like I said, I know the deep, dark hopelessness of especially super morbid obesity and BED and all that, hypothyroidism, like the whole shebang. I know it so well, and I know how hopeless it is. I know how difficult the path is out. I know how cloudy people have made it. And it's like the one girl, she basically told me, she was like, I never thought about just counting the calories without attaching any emotion to it and treating it as exposure therapy. And she was like, I'm really grateful for that, because she's like, I'm going to do it. And I think I'm going to be fine. And I told her that I support her and I support all of us. And I really needed that comment too at the time, because I was really irritated. Honestly, I was. But I had to remember what I'm fighting for, or I have to remember what I'm doing. And it's that type of person that I'm fighting for no matter what. That's the core of what I'm fighting for. because I've been in such hopeless places in times of life, and you can always get out. It always ends. You can absolutely get out. I've gotten out of so many things. I don't know how. I think probably God, honestly, that's probably all I need to give credit to. But I've been in a lot of extremely hopeless situations, and I've gotten out every time. And I think there is always hope, even if it feels like a joke or it feels like stupid. Thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that. And I think so too. Um, and it's just like, oh, no problem, Lexi. Um, I'm just so glad to do that, because like I said, I fight dogmatic people all the time. I've done it my whole life. And that's what I think I'm realizing too, is I've prepared for this. I'm very, very prepared. I think that this was always something that was going to happen. And to be honest, I ran from it. I think I was talking to Eric on the phone, and he was like, "You chose this." Because I talked to him today. He's like, "You chose all this." And I was like, "I didn't choose it." I was like, "I didn't choose YouTube. YouTube chose me." I was like, "I probably would have chosen any other career. I would have tried to have been a psychologist. I would have tried to have been a writer. I would have tried to have done anything else." Um, oh, thank you, Lexi. I was like, I was trying to be stay-at-home wifey vibes. I resisted having a career for many, many years. I resisted any kind of public anything. Like, I'm a very introverted person. Like, this was not natural for me whatsoever. But everything else kind of burned down, shut down, didn't work. And as you guys know, around 2022, I was like, even 2021, but 2022, 2021, those 2 years, I was like, maybe this is something for me to do, because I'm putting virtually no effort and I'm getting something. And it's like I would spend hours and typing and doing things and trying to write my books. Like, I spent so much time and effort writing those books, and I couldn't even get anybody to read it to save my life. But I would just be like a fat bitch on the internet, sitting with my hair a mess in ugly pajamas on my bed, in 2022. And I would have people, I'd have you guys here, you know. And so it's just something that kind of ended up happening. And then, like I said, I always, it is in my astrology, to be honest. There is that aspect of career and reputation, or 10th house focus in my chart, which has to do with public life. And like I said, even not being a YouTuber, I still got canceled. I still have been lied about. I still have had all those things happen. And so I just feel like, I don't know, it chose me, I guess, and it's like, am I going to accept it or not? Even in 2019, I was just barely trying to do YouTube, and it was, something was coming from it, you know? But my health got so bad that I couldn't do it as well. But it's like my health is getting better, and I'm starting to look better. People are taking my words more seriously. People are projecting things onto me. They're getting weird. And I think it's just like, people are so insecure these days. And maybe I'm not at the bottom of the barrel anymore. And I need to be aware of that, because I don't ever mean to make people feel insecure. Most of the time when I am talking harshly, I'm usually condemning somebody that's trying to shut somebody else down. That's usually what I'm doing. Or I'm calling out the hypocrisy of it. And like I said, I'm different than other anti-FA YouTubers. I genuinely do not like fat activists. I don't like them. A lot of people will say, oh, I still, I don't dislike them or whatever. That's not me. I do dislike them. I don't dislike all of them, but the majority of them I genuinely dislike, because to me, they represent people who are shutting people down, people who are dogmatic in a way that I cannot stand, and they represent an issue that I have reckoned with for the majority of my life. And so I think it's not an issue of being in a stronger position. That's not what the issue is. The issue is being less stable in a way where it makes people nervous because they don't know if it will turn against them. And I don't want that because I just don't. It's not real. I don't know how to describe it, but it just isn't the case. Caleb says, how I feel is there's always hope, but can you hold on to hope long enough until things eventually change? Right. I think people don't understand. Like when I was so horrifically ill, like I wrote an essay um, in 2023 about how I was just starting to see flickers of light of a healthier me, of getting back to how I used to be. Because I don't think people always appreciate how sick I really was and for how long. But I was very, very, very sick, scary sick, deathly sick, um, not able to function very well at all. And everything I was doing, it was against all diet advice. I was eating saturated fat, I was having sugar, I was having meat, I wasn't eating my veggies, all those different things. So everything, I was avoiding the seed oils, which everybody fucking loves them. I wasn't eating the soy either. So all those things, they went against dogma, and I was taking a risk. I kind of just stepped out on a limb with that, and I just hoped that I would get better. I had hope that it would get better eventually. And in 2023, I could see flickers of light of it getting better, and it was so crazy. And it went from a complete fantasy to a real genuine hope of seeing something, feeling something, knowing that the person I was still there. And I had moments like that in 2022 as well. Like when I went back, and one of my closest friends, the one who's getting married, by the way, she told me, it's like you never changed. She's like, it's like you never left. And I don't think she realizes how meaningful that was for me because I was so deathly sick and I was not who I was in 2020 or 2021. I was very, very ill. And I still was extremely ill in 2022, but I could at least appear how I was. And that meant a lot to me. And in 2023, I started to feel better. And then now I feel a lot better now. I feel like I did in like 2018. So that's like way before COVID and all that, and way before like the worst. I'm not even in a dying category. I'm not well, but I'm not super unwell at all. I'm more like that's when I was 25. It's like I'm 5 years younger. It's like I'm 5 or 6 years younger. That's how I feel right now. That's miraculous. And I'm starting to look better. I can tell like the gelatin's working. I've been eating like 500 pounds of it, and my skin is getting better. Like my face looks better and stuff like that. I look younger, and it's starting to pay off more. So I think it is all kind of coming together, but I have to just acknowledge that and I don't want to freak people out as much. So I think I'm going to be a little bit more careful from now on. Lexi says, if someone is made to feel insecure from your wisdom being imparted on them, that's a them problem. You're nothing but inspiring and showing aspirational lifestyle, at least to me. I really appreciate that, Lexi. I think it's just sometimes when I push back on people, I can be very intense. And I think from a different status, it's weird. Like it comes across as even more vicious. Because I think when I was at the bottom rung, I had to be vicious to be heard or to be taken seriously. And I don't think I have to anymore. So I think I need to acknowledge I have a little bit more of a social standing than I used to. And that is weird because you never know when that happens, you know? And like I said, it is such in the beginning. I'm not trying to brag or like get all extra or anything. It isn't like that. This is just barely, barely beginning. I'm going from nothing to a step above. You know what I'm saying? Like at this moment, but I can still see the progression. I can see where I'm headed, and it will just continue to snowball. And I'm having issues that I've never had before. And or at least not in a very, very long time. So I think with that realization, I can continue and I will adjust things a bit. And I think I'm going to have to start focusing a bit more on appearance a little bit, just because you're more noticeable. So it's like I'm going to try to get a haircut and stuff. I'm going to do certain things. I almost said in my video, but I will say it here, like I need a stylist, like desperately. So as soon as I have enough money, I'm going to get a stylist because it's just like a disaster. I mean, it's not a disaster, but it's just so blah, and I really need to like level it up, period. So I'm going to try to do that as soon as I can. And I really need somebody to do my hair because I don't know, like I'm going to have to just have my mom do it again before I go to LA, but I need more than that. So I need to get it together when I can, but I'm really broke still, honestly. But anyways, these are the things I'm thinking about basically. I don't even know what that is, John. I'm going to have to look at that, but I'll consider it. I'm so out of style. Like, I'm not with it. I really need to get it together, but shut up, Kayla. Oh my God, Kayla. Oh my God. My lifelong best friend happens to be super morbidly obese, and it's so hard to watch society discount people for the choices they make and the way their body looks because of it. Like, I understand that's just the way it is, but you're such a bright light, and I cannot conceive of people overlooking that just because of your appearance in the past. Well, I think too, though, Lexi, like it goes both ways. Like, it's how you look, and it's also how you are. Like, I was not like a bright light necessarily. Like, I was very humbled when I was deathly ill. Because before that, I was really nasty. Like, I know it's bad to say about yourself, but oh my gosh, Lexi, I'm definitely gonna DM you. I'm definitely gonna DM you. I will appreciate that. Anyways, but yeah, I don't even remember what I was saying. I totally got oh, okay. I totally got distracted by that. I was like, oh my God, I need help. But anyway, so what I was saying is I was you activated my gay brain for a second. I was like, ding. Oh my God. But anyways, I was pretty nasty in 2019. Like I was very bitter and really estrogen-y at the time. I was keto, which again, I'm not blaming keto. I think it's a function of weight loss. And I was very just raw. Like I felt the same way now. I feel it. Like I feel very raw sometimes. And I just, it's like I want to be combative and stuff. But back then I would just go for it, Okay. John says it's like where the sides are short, but the top is normal. Okay. Okay. Interesting. I don't know if I'm willing to take the risk right at this moment, but maybe I'll try it in the fall. Maybe we'll try it. But I have some plans for Albatross. That's what I've been calling it. But I'm so excited. I can tell you guys. I can tell Lexi anyways. I think Lexi knows, but I'm so excited because I'm going to recreate Taylor Swift's Albatross cover. I think I'm going to do it on Thursday, and I'm so excited to do it. I want the picture so bad, but I have to be by the ocean, and I'm going to be. So I'm so excited, and I want it to look good. I want to look attractive in it. So I'm going to try my best. So I might message you at some point, Lexi, on Thursday, which we're going to be in the same time zone, I think. I don't know. I don't remember if you're in Cali or not, but maybe I just hallucinated that. Maybe you're not in Cali. I might have just hallucinated. Anyway, Pizza says, because you can maintain it yourself with clippers. That's what I do. Interesting. John says you've probably seen it before. I probably have. I remember how awfully drab I was when we had no money. Caleb says, I remember how awfully drab I was when we had no money. It was terrible. Now I'm at least able to put a look together. 3 years ago, I only had one pair of shoes. I'm not too far off. I have two, which I will have to wear my boots to the wedding. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I might not go super, super, super short then. Let's see. Just like short-ish, you know. The Albatross era, yes. San Diego, yes. I'll set an alarm. Oh my gosh. Oh, I appreciate it. But yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited to do that picture. I hope it looks good. I hope I'm not like Delulu in my imagining of it, but I think I can pull it off because I'm so good at like that whole I'm so good at capturing Taylor's emotion. I think because I like side vamp off of her so much that I can like do it. Like, cause I really think I captured that, like, you know, the tortured lesbian pose. I think I did that so well. I think I did this one too, but Daddy, I love him. I think I did it well too. But I'm like, I know I can do the albatross. But Daddy, I love him. I don't think I look like super attractive. I think I look awkward in it, but that was kind of what I wanted because I'm trying to like do the awkward one, like the weird lesbian one, then the awkward one, and then and then I want like the good looking one. So I'm like, I want it to look good for that one because it's kind of like the trifecta, you know? Caleb says longer hair suits you better. Interesting. I don't know. A lot of people say that and a lot of people don't. A lot of people have strong opinions on it because I've gotten so much, like, I get so much shit when my hair is longer from people IRL. Like, people constantly, like, my family and, like, all my friends in LA and that kind of stuff, they all talk so much shit about me when my hair is long. Like, I get so much shit. But some of you guys have liked it. So I don't know. Maybe, like, Gen Z likes it more. I don't know. Because I think the Zs have liked it more for sure. Lexi says, I ended up getting rejected from the Hollister job. Aw. So acting as your personal stylist is the least I can do until I can become a member. Oh, don't feel bad. I need to do a members video, but I think I'm going to film some stuff on my trip and post it for members, but I'm trying to film for the week right now. I'm just trying to like keep everything going seamlessly because I'm going to be traveling and stuff. So, but I might try to do some kind of something on the flights for members. I'm going to try. There's got to be something I can pull together. There's got to be something. Anyways. But I'm going to post to this channel too. I'm going to be posting things on this one because like more of the personal stuff because I'm doing stuff. Like I'm actually doing something. So I'm going to be like doing a little bit of vlogs and stuff in LA. Lexi says I ended up getting rejected. I already read that. Delulu makes for the best shots. I hope so. Caleb says, I remember watching your older vids with your mid-length hair and it looked great. Yeah, a lot of people liked it and a lot of people didn't. I should DM you pics from my lesbian era. I was so lesbian, which there's nothing wrong with being lesbian. Like I don't know. There's like a soft spot in my heart for lesbianism because I don't know. I like it, I guess. But the point is, I was very lesbonic with long hair, in my opinion. But that's not a bad thing. But I guess I faced homophobia from people in my life, for being too aggressively lesbian. That's what I'm saying, pizza. It's there. Like, it is there. Even like the knitting and everything, it's kind of lesbian. Like, I'm telling you, I have it. Oh my gosh. Like, see? I should try to send you a DM. I'll try. Caleb says you need longer hair. You're in a woman's world after all. Oh my God. Aggressively lesbian from 2013, I think, to 2020. Oh my gosh. You have to send me pictures. I need to see it. I have to see it. How could you delete the evidence? I mean, you have to have something. I'm calling BS on that. I think I have like a book cover where I had long hair. Let me try to find it. I have something. I can show you something. But I don't know if it's downstairs. Oh, okay. It's right here. But it's a fugly one. It has like a funky not for resale in it. Damn it. Maybe, you know what? It's downstairs. I'll be right back. I will be right back. Don't judge me for anything in my room. I'll be back. I have 2 regular customers of mine who are lesbians, and they always tip me so much. I have to scour every hard drive for a picture of me. Oh my God. You know what's scarring? Okay. So I told you guys I have like that. I have an ex best friend turned enemy, turned kind of neutral, but I'm not interested in reconciling. Does that make sense? But I guarantee you, she has pictures of me with Shane Dawson and Joey Graceffa, and I want them so bad. I might have to ask our mutual friend if she has it, because I want those pictures so fucking bad. You know how like weird it is that I've met Shane Dawson and Joey Graceffa? Like, that is so fucking weird, and I want to post that on my Instagram. You don't remember them? You gotta remember them. They're YouTubers. And they both came out as gay in the same year. Oh my gosh. So basically, I mean, the long story short is I went to their book signing. I also met D Fizzy. I don't know if you know. I used to live in LA. I was a hoe like that. I've always been a clout chaser. No, I'm just kidding. I'd love if that would be clipped out of context. Oh my God. But no, I've always I've loved YouTube forever. But I met D Fizzy in 2012. I don't know if I have the pictures. I might be able to ask my cousin. Yes, Shane was friends with Jeffree, and I hate Jeffree Star. I hate him. Cannot stand him. But yeah, basically, okay, so I met Shane Dawson twice. So, and I was retarded. Like, I was weirdly angry at Shane that he didn't remember me the second time, which is so stupid, but I was young and dumb. Like, I think I was like 22, so I was not in touch with reality, but I was kind of a bitch to him a little bit the second time I met him. But I guess I'm just a bitch. I don't know. I wasn't like mega bitch. It was slight bitch the second time. Just like a tiny bit of a bitchitude. But the first time, I almost cried the first time I met him. Oh my God, Lexi. So basically, Shane Dawson did a movie in 2014. I don't know if you remember it, but it was called like, oh gosh, I cannot think of the name. I wanted to call it Not It, but that is not what it's called. Oh gosh, I don't remember it. Damn it. But he did this thing for Stars. Oh my gosh. Be happy he didn't remember you. The second time I met Angeline, I don't know who that is. You need to send me who that is. She remembered me and dragged read me for felt. Oh my God. Well, okay, I'm trying to think of it. I'm trying to think of this. My brain cells are dying. Mercury's going retrograde, so I'm trying to like process, even though my brain is dead. So basically, I went to the movie. I cannot remember what the fuck the movie was called, but it came out in 2014. Ah, damn it, that's gonna bother me. Oh my God, that's gonna bother me. Shane Dawson 2014 movie. It was like for Stars. Not cool. Gosh, I was so close. I said Not It. It's Not Cool. I was basically on point. So anyways, he did this movie premiere, and he did it back in 2014, and it was in Burbank. So I had to drive out to Burbank. I had like this old ass 93 Buick that I had, and it was like all fucked up on the inside, but it was my first car. And I drove down in 2014, my 22-year-old ass. I went to the theater and I sat there and I watched the movie and I cried at parts, which I know a lot of people think it's a horribly offensive movie and whatever. It's just, he has that very like offensive comedy that he does. And he's very lowbrow. And so I met him after and I like almost cried. And I was like, I don't even remember what I said. I probably said something really gay at the time. I can't remember it. But he had like Degrassi parts in the movie, and I was like, I really like the Degrassi lines, blah, blah, blah. You know, I was like really gay like that. And then the second time, like the time where I actually had the picture, it was at his book. So if you remember, do you remember the YouTube books era? You got to remember it. You've got to remember. You got to remember. I don't know what the hell is on this. There's like dirt and stuff on it. But this book came out in March of 2015. And I went to meet him. So I have a picture with him somewhere in the universe where I took a picture with him when I got this book. And it is signed. And then I also met Joey Graceffa. I think his book came out in May. And by the way, they like literally both came out of the closet like that same year. And when he was at his premiere, I really thought he was gay. I was like, I think Shane Dawson is gay. That was like my thought when I saw him. Because he went into the theater and he was like, hey guys, blah, blah, blah. Like, I just want to say this and that and whoop-de-woo and whatever, right? Before the movie started. And I was like, I think he's gay, flat out. And then he came out in 2015. And then Shane Dawson, Joey Graceffa, which he had like the most glass closet ever. He came out in 2015 as well, like right before his book launched. And I actually read these whole books because I was like a fan. Joey Graceffa got like too political and stuff, and I didn't like him anymore after that in 2016, but I really liked him in 2015. But to be fair, I was starting not to like him in 2014 because he got his boyfriend and he got a puppy, and his whole channel became about his boyfriend and his puppy, and it just really irritated me. So I was already kind of falling off in 2014, but I still wanted to meet him, and I did. And he was like so okay. It's so weird like how the fans are different because Shane Dawson's fans, they were like all hot messes. Like they were just hot mess, like scene kid vibes, you know, like they got like the graphic t-shirts, weird hair color, all kind of overweight a little bit, you know, like literally like I feel like if I said all that, you know exactly what they look like. Like I feel like that just captured Shane Dawson's fans to a T. And they were like messy and kind of like rambunctious and stuff. And when I went to see Joy Graceffa, his fans were all like kind of like higher fashion, artsy, depressed. They all looked like they were like about to die. Like, and I remember like I was talking to my friend at the you know, not at the time, but she's still my friend, but I was talking to her and I was like, "Oh my God, like all his fans are so emo." And she was like, "Well, you know, it's him and he's kind of emo, so I guess it makes sense." But literally, it was like night and day. And when I met Joey Graceffa, Joey was kind of tall. He was taller than I expected. He was really good looking too, I will say. He was very pretty in person. It was so weird to meet him. And I felt like he really liked me. Like, I don't know if you have those like moments sometimes where like somebody, like he looked at me and he had just like this, like, I can't describe the face. I don't think I can do it, but it was like such a face of like, oh my gosh, like, I love you kind of thing. And I think it's because he had literally come out of the closet like the day before. And I was so obviously gay. So I think he was like having a connection moment with me. And then my friends were even like, he really liked you. Like, he was like, that was a lot because it was very intense. And I was like, I guess he did. I don't know. It was weird. But, anyways, and the second time I met him, which I met him like a year later, he was like really confident and like all that stuff. And it was just totally different. But like that day, it was like the day after he came out, and he was so like in like scared child type of energy. But then he was like all confident the next time, and I didn't like him as much. And I was just like, whatever. Because I was kind of getting over them by that point because they were kind of both irritating me. Like, so I know that's kind of bad, but I still met him, and I want those pictures because I love to just post that and everyone be like, WTF. By the way, I also met Milo Yiannopoulos. Isn't that crazy? I've met him. I have a picture with him. I went to one of his events in California, and it was a trip. It was a fucking trip. And I talked to him about Taylor Swift, which is really gay. I was very, very gay. And that whole day, like when we were leaving the event, I kept singing Pepsi or whatever, or Cola by Lana Del Rey. I kept saying, my pussy tastes like, I couldn't get that out of my head. I like sang that all the time, the whole day. So I remember that. Anyways, so I'm going to show you guys my books, the covers. No, maybe not. But I'm going to show you the one where I had the lesbian hair. So you can see it, Lexi. It's not completely lesbonic because I had facial hair, so I'm going to try to cover it up. You can kind of see. You can see I'm not wearing a shirt, so I have to cover it because YouTube has to censor. I'm just kidding. It's fine. But see, that's my lesbian hair. And that's from like, this is from 2020. So I probably took this picture like, probably like April 2020. But yeah, that's my lesbian hair. Oh my God, Lexi. I know, it's so weird. A lot of people did not like it though. A lot of people didn't. But I mean, it might come back someday. You never know. I have a whole life ahead of me at this point, so I could always do that later. Oh my god. I'm not. I'm not bisexual at all. Oh my god, Lexi. Well, I have the fur coat in it too. It's so extra. But yeah. So I think I was 27. I was 27. And then I have my like, this is when I was younger. This I was 25, and this is when I was really fucking fat. So this is a picture I took in 2018. And I was bloating up like a balloon. I have a moon face. You can see the moon. That was my first moony summer ever. And oh my god. Love that, Lexi. Oh my god. Yeah, I was so fucking fat. So I was definitely fat as fuck. I think I was I think this was 370. Yeah, 370, wearing my work shirt and tie. And super sad and moony. Hated it. And then this one was when I did my Taylor one, which this is kind of funny. So this is from 2015, where I was this way and I hid my face. And that's how big I was then. Not as big. This is like 340. 340, 370. And then this one was probably like around 300. So I had lost some weight there. Ow. I need to get off my knees. My knees still cannot handle. Ow. So anyways, I'll have to think about style and stuff in the future for sure. Like I can try out different looks at different times. But yeah, like in my real, like in people IRL, they hated the look I had then. When I had the facial hair and the long hair and everything, they hated it. I got so much shit. Like my Eric calls me Velma. I was like, you're such an asshole, Eric. So I don't know. I get a lot of like mixed feedback about it, I guess. I was called Velma all the time, which again, there's nothing wrong with being Velma, but it's like, I'm not trying to be Velma. Oh my gosh. But I feel like you would rock a Fall Boy, a good Charlotte frontman look as well. Interesting. You get called Velma? Okay. Velma of solidarity, basically. But yeah, I think, I don't know. We need to, I have this picture too. This picture's from 2014. I don't know why I'm showing a bunch of pictures now. So this one is from 2014. So this is probably about what and I have a moon face actually. This is probably about how I looked when I saw Shane the first time. This is baby Alex. This is when I was Gen Z's age. And Moony and moody, for damn sure. It's kind of weird that I'm not as fat now as I was then. That's weird. I was 21, I think, or 22. 21. Gosh. Jeez. Ross Matthews. Oh my gosh. I don't know who that is. You keep saying people's names and I don't know. I'm out of touch. Let me see what you sent me, Lexi. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay, so she like hated you. Love that for you. Love that. I've never been hated by somebody I've met. Like, I think when I met Milo, he talked so much shit about fat people during the show. And then to my face, he was so, like, nice. He is so fucking fake. It was fun, though. It was fun. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it was a wild trip. It was a trip to go to something like that because he was pretty crazy back then. I did not get the conspiracy palette. I did not like. By that point, I fucking hated Shane Dawson. Like, people like they all were like on the bandwagon in 2019, and I posted a video called "Why I Hate Shane Dawson" or "Why I Don't Like Shane Dawson." I can't remember. Maybe I should post it here. Oh my god, could you guys imagine if it was like fetus 2019 Alex? Oh god. But I did. I made a video about why I didn't like him. And it was in 2019, so it was before he was even canceled. And he was like untouchable at that time. And I was like, I do not like Shane Dawson. And I went through like all the reasons and like all the steps that got me to like hate his guts. So the last thing I watched was the Eugenia Cooney thing. Oh my God. Could you imagine? The Eugenia Cooney thing, that was the last thing I watched. And I only watched it because my friends at the time pressured me to because it was so weird. But I really did not like him by that time. Like, it was a struggle. And with Jeffree Star, I hate Jeffree Star. So when he worked with Jeffree on that thing, I was like, I don't even want to watch this. I'm not going to watch it. And I didn't. So I never watched anything else. I've watched like one thing he did, like where he went to like a haunted place in 2021. That was pretty good. But I don't watch him because I don't like him. So, but yeah, I broke down all the steps as to why I hated him by 2019. And I literally said in it, I was like, he's immoral. It's like, he's evil. I was like, at this point, I think he's evil. So I did have moral judgment against Shane. That was partly why, because I felt like it was just so many things. It was so much that led to me not liking him. So that would be funny if it went viral, though. That would actually be hilarious. But I'm telling you, I did make a video why I don't like Shane Dawson. I have it. I know it's buried somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. Maybe I can like tease a clip. Just so you know it's real. If I have to look at my freaking original channel, buried deep in the past. I should be able to search, right? Apparently not. Okay, let's look up. Oh God, I have so many videos. Oh my God, they're not gonna let me. Okay, we're just gonna scroll. I have so many fucking videos on this channel. And now I have like 15,000 more because I actually do it as a job. So now I really have a lot. But anyways. Ew. Oh my God. This is showing all my streams. Dang. Oh my God, I just found one. Mike Harlow just tried to slander me. Memories. Luckily, I never met him. Jeez. I love that. Yeah, these are old. These are from 2022. I did so many videos in 2022. I know you guys probably remember that era when I was doing daily vlogs. Thinking about quitting. This is in 2021. I was thinking about it. Wow. Dang. I have so much to go back on. Oh, this one. Why I, as a gay person, don't like Pride Month. That video actually did pretty well when I posted it. People were like, I agree with you. Da, da, da. Because I kind of broke down all the reasons, because I have a lot of reasons. And I think the biggest thing is just that I don't feel like it represents gay people very well. You know, again, at least in America. So I can't speak for everywhere, but here in America, it doesn't. It's just like a DNC rally, which I'm not interested in for many reasons. Um, let's see. I'm almost there. I'm at the point where I got vaccinated, which was so evil. Do you guys remember that? That was evil. Oh my God, my mini political era in 2020. We love. I'm almost there. I'm going to get there. It's going to take forever. I know, Caleb. I know. I know you want that so bad, but I don't know if I can do it. Because I feel like I'm going to die of cringe. Sorry that I like vagina and penis, but I don't want to run naked through the streets of Hillcrest for a weekend in July. I love that. Yeah, to me, it's like, I don't want to experience SA and not be able to use the bathroom, you know? Not really my vibe. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone alive out there? Wow, that is dramatic. What a dramatic fucking title. Okay, these are 2020. Oh my God, I have like these really horrible videos where I was crying and oh God. Ew, this one called Quarantine. Oh God, that's horrifying. Oh, and when I shaved my head, I had my Britney era. Oof. Woo! That was crazy. I was not doing well. Now I know. It was like serotonin and all that crap. Oh my God, Caleb. I don't know. I'm gonna cringe out. Oh God, I was so serotonin-y. Oh, and then I got censored by YouTube because I said I didn't like the lockdowns, so they took down my video. Damn. When will this end? Love that. Shaving my head live. So bored. Oh my God, this is so dramatic. Wow. Predicting my own future. Okay, I tried to do astrology on that channel too. I'm seeing that now. So I'm in 2020, which this is scarring. A toxic relapse? What the fuck is that about? Oh, I have a video where I was talking shit about Charlie. Oh my God, my mean girl era. I was thinner here. I was thinner and I was fighting with people. Gosh, I swear, things never change sometimes. I have drama with this other person. Look at this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm almost there. I'm in 2019 now. Or no, this is New Year, New Me. Okay, so I'm in 2019. We're getting there. Oh no, it's not letting me scroll down. I have YouTube Rewind 2019. What? How dare you? I know I did not delete those videos. That is bullshit. I'm gonna look on. I should have just looked on Studio because I could probably find it. Sorry, that was like memory lane for me. Why I don't like Shane Dawson. Story time. I found it in like 1 second. You seriously are my YouTube inspiration. And when I relaunch my channel, when school starts for my son next week, ASMR shaving my head live, period. You should totally do it. Yeah, pretty much, Caleb. It is horrible. Okay, so here's like a shot of it. Oh my God, guys. So, this video has been sort of requested. See, I was a little thinner because I was keto. This is another one that people wanted me to talk about because. But I look so fucking hypo. I've talked about the fact that I don't like Shane Dawson, which to say you don't like Shane Dawson and being a YouTuber, they sort of, in this current day and age, they cannot coexist. And that's a very good segue into the very first reason that I don't like him. I don't like him because he is sort of untouchable. That's the first reason why. He is one of the only YouTubers I've ever known that you are not allowed to criticize him. There's some brief criticism. My attitude I've always had. You're not allowed to criticize Jane Dawson anymore.
Period.
It has reached this untouchable place in our platform, in our culture, which I do not agree with at all.
And then like the next year, he was so fucking canceled. It's so funny. I'm always ahead, y'all. I'm always ahead. Oh, Caleb, thank you. I'm always ahead. I'm always ahead of the curve, period. Oh, that was good. Somebody even came back, like when he got canceled, people started coming back to that video and they were like, oh my God, like you knew. I'm like, of course I knew. Of course. Duh. But anyways, you guys can't really see it, but I have like black eyes in this. Like there's like dark rings around my eyes. Really, really bad. Because I was very, very, very hypo at the time. I was very sick. Because that diet was not working for me. But it really looked like it was. And that's all that mattered. When you have BED, that's all that matters, you know? Is that it looks good. Gosh. Fun times. Fun times. Let me see if I have anything further back. It's kind of funny to look at this. I think I have this one video with Eric. Let me see if I can find it. We've taken it back. We're getting real Mercury retrograde here. Okay, let me see. I'm going to actually use the search function this time. Jeez, since that worked a lot better. I think it's called There's Something Wrong. Yeah. Oh my God. That was my cat. Oh my God, I have my poetry, my Marissa Matthews moment. Oh, this is like a terrible angle.
But I wake in the middle of the night, sweating in bed, seeing that the struggle is all in my head. You always wanted me to swallow reality in the way that you likely wanted me to swallow something else. You forced it into me, even though I'm not so sure that it was ever that true.
Sorry, I can't. Look how fat I was.
Who were you at the end of the day? Who were you behind the things you used to say? The lines were so blurry between us. We always struggled with that trust.
Do you remember when I did my slam poetry video with Marissa?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Guy, white girl. Oh my God, look, you guys, they're so diverse. We're gonna see this, and there's Hannah. Oh my God, she's amazing. Yes. I'm so sad when she died. Me too. She's so sad. Hi. Wait, you're not on camera yet. Okay, now go. Oh, hi. Hi, this is Erikisha, OOTD, 2013. Oh, yeah, totally. The noodle is a part of the outfit. He's a comprehensive very well to see. He's so fake, you guys. He literally like changed his whole personality on camera. Don't touch my noodle. I'll scream. I don't believe you. Man. Oh man. What happened? My camera's rushing. Ooh. Oh my God, it was that's really hard. That's what I'm trying to do.
This isn't 2013, it's 2018. I was making fun of his outfit and I was saying it was out of date. And also I was saying that because that was the trend back then. Because you would be like, OOTD in 2013. This is 2018, I think. Dang, I was really going for it. Oh my God. I'm just kidding. I don't think you saw anything. Ugh. Ow. My knees. Did you hear my knees crack? Oh, that hurt. That hurt so bad. Oh man. You guys. OMG class of 2013. Right? I told you because his outfit was not it. I think there's a video from like when I went to the sex shop with Eric too. That one was fun. Let me see if I can find it. And by the way, I was upset with my ex too, which is great. So we should see that too. That would be funny. Oh gosh. Let me sit in this chair because I'm not going to break my knees again before I like die. But you see, I used to have life and I used to be fun. That was all pre-Cove. I was fun. I actually had a life. Okay. So let me see. This one was... Oh gosh, I think it was actually on this channel. The gay one. It might actually be up. I might have actually put it up. Let me see. Or maybe it's taken down. I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. But anyways, I'll show you guys that in a sec. But yeah, so just don't do anything. Don't have fun. Don't go anywhere. That's my advice. Just stay home and stay safe. That's how you are happy. That makes you the happiest. And if you want to leave your house, it's because you're selfish. Okay? That's basically my statement. Oh my God, I found it. This video is private. Yeah, but I can log into that account. Isn't that special? It's beautiful. Okay, let me find it. Jeez. Hey everyone, this is my butch lesbian sister. Hey everyone, this is my butch lesbian sister. What's up? She's going into the Navy tomorrow. The Army? Oh. Sorry, not what you meant to realize. Oh, look. It's the special section. For people that are different. For people that are special. We're at Whole Foods. He feels very touched. I feel untouched myself, to be honest. Because I'm basically single. And I'm not Natasha Bedingfield. Single. Like, I'm not happy about it. Are you not how I want to be? I'm not. I don't have a pocket full of sunshine. She's trying to say I'm single, but I don't want to be. So, why don't you get some pretzel there? Sure, these go straight to us. No, you know what they say. A moment on your lips is what? Yeah. That's like right before I left LA. Between him and my whatever he was / is in my life. Probably the one that we don't speak of at the moment. Adrian? Shut up. I'm trying to be a fat feminist, okay? I'm just fat. I do not hate him. I have no problem with him, and I am in the same predicament of not being able to do stuff as he is. So let's not I was coping. It was bullshit. Sorry, I just had to add that little commentary. No, good. Do you have a chakra? Do sociopaths have a chakra? Maybe I just haven't found it. Sugar plum. Smell like sugar plum. Do you guys ever use those candles or no? I never have. See how I look today. Hey, do I look sad and depressed and like I hate men? I would say yes. I did. Oh my god. This is the sex shop part. Okay. Oh yeah, I was like obsessed with the lubes when I went there because they were flavored. I'm such a hoe. I think Eric slaps my ass too. I tried the lube.
Oh my god, can I have a sleep over here? It says you can't sit on the bed, but you sat on the bed. Oh, many a time. Oh, let's show them your collar. Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry.
It's more like a masquerade because it ends up being the other way a lot of the time.
That's still facts. That is still facts. Not 2019 Alex dropping truth bombs. He said, are you going to show them your collar? And it said submissive. And I said, yeah, but it ends up being a masquerade because it ends up being the other way a lot of the time. So fucking true. So fucking true.
Many a time. Oh, let's show them your collar. Yeah, I don't know. It's more like a masquerade because it ends up being the other way a lot of the time. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, there we go. Careful not to get that on there. It will be rough on there. Oh, you can't hit the camera, man. What the fuck? Bitch. That's foul. It's like I'm not here. I feel intense. Oh, I hit my back. Yeah, just hit that cake. Oh, yeah, I hit one thing. Oh, my God. That's a Sunday with 2 big scoops right there.
Shut the fuck up, Eric.
Give me all that sexual energy.
Oh my god. So that's when I used to be fun, like I said. Then I almost died and then it all went away. So that's my advice. If you want to be more appropriate for people, then just die. And then you won't, then you'll be appropriate. But anyways. Oh gosh. The sex shop, going to the sex shop was such a pastime in the 2010s. It was. We used to have fun. People used to have fun. I know nowadays the Gen Z and all that, they're like, oh my gosh, everything is horrible and you can't do that and oh my god, and you're gross and whatever. But as millennials, we actually had fun sometimes. And it was fun. It was joking, extra, offensive, whatever. I loved it. It was so much fun. But, I guess now everything's better, right? Because we don't do it anymore. Right? We fixed the world, you guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I do that now. Maybe I would. Who knows? Who knows? You never know what you're going to get. I love the I don't know. I just like having fun, honestly, and I miss it. I really do. Cuz my life is so boring now. But, I think I'm going to have fun when I go to LA. I'm going to vlog and stuff. So, you love the candle wax? Oh my gosh. And Eric used to always look at all the bongs too, every time we go there. And I'd just be like, ugh. But he loved like there was like a pole and everything, and he would like be all extra and he'd actually try to use it and shit. And that was a lot. I didn't get on the pole. I know you're shocked, but I didn't. Definitely too big to hang out on the pole. That's for damn sure. But yeah.
Do you guys miss pre-COVID ever? Because I do. I cannot believe I'm going back to LA. I'm kind of shocked. You got a Hello Kitty bong from when? Um, Literally, like there's like a big pole, so you could like it kind of has like a black ring around it, and then oh my god, Lexi, yeah, I'm gonna like flip around on a pole, but my like Eric did, he would actually practice with it, and he's like, I want to learn it and stuff because he was like such a hoe. So he was like, I want to learn how to do it and blah blah blah, and I was like, oh my god. So, oh man. Oh my god, Lexi. I would die. I'm not gonna do that now. I would die. But I don't know. I just miss having fun like that. I just do. I love fun and I like being irreverent and like funny and that kind of stuff. Like I miss that so much. And I feel like so much of that is dead. Like I don't think I would do that on my main channel, but I would do that here. Like I would do that here again. Because it's just fun. I don't know. It's funny. It's funny to be like all extra, you know? Because we used to have so much fun when we would go to, oh my God. Could you imagine? Oh my God. I wonder if my members would even like that. I could do that for this channel though. Because I don't mind. Like I like this channel. I like actually I want to do some more stuff for this channel because I like just that funness, you know? I feel like things are so dreary now. It's like everything is dreary and dark, and I get it. Like I'm the same way, you know, but I don't feel that way anymore. So I'm like, okay, like if I'm getting better, then I'm gonna just I can be the girly pop that does something. You know what I mean? Because for me, it's like I really genuinely don't care about what people think and stuff. Um, for me, I think personally, I just get irritated when people project and stuff. Like that is really fucking annoying. But as far as like, I don't know, if somebody said a comment and they're just like, ew, you shouldn't be going to a sex shop. Oh my God, no, no. I would not care if somebody said that. I'd just be like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know. I just don't want to live by like what people are like, you have to be this way or whatever. I don't want to live like that. But people are fucking weird, you know? They're very controlling. I'm so sick of controlling people. I'm so sick of it. And if I can be a thorn in their side forever, then I will be, you know? Because I'm just so over it. It's like life is too short. Like, live a little, have fun, like, enjoy stuff in life. Like, stop being so, I don't know, you know? It's just annoying. But I will definitely message you, Lexi, about style and stuff because I need help. So I do. And I do value that. So, but maybe not right now because I don't have any money. But that's more so like when I have money and I can actually buy something. But it's like, yeah, it is. It really is. Like, I just want, I don't know, maybe I have a new lease on life a little bit. But I think it's because I'm healthier again. So I'm like, I'm healthier and I'm not serotonin-y. And I think when I was really serotonin-y, it made me very like moralistic and very judgmental and strict and like restricted. But it passed, you know, and I knew it was gonna pass. I didn't like it because it made me feel really old, but it helped me because it helped me be very ritualistic in my weight loss and it helped me get through SMO because you have to be really strict and it's really hard to get out. So that weird serotonin mindset actually helped me. Oh my God. Yes, Lexi. Yes. Oh my God. I have so much to do. So many plans. I want to show you what I'm knitting. So this is for my cousin. And this is pretty easy, by the way. I know it looks like really hard, but it really isn't. So I love that. It looks so good on camera. Damn. If anybody asks, this is really hard, you guys. Like, oh my God, it's so difficult. I don't even know how I'm doing it. If anybody asks. Okay. I know, I love it. Well, I love this yarn. It's like this, she's an autumn. So it's so autumny. And it's like pure autumn. She's a pure autumn. Like I'm a dark autumn. So I'm kind of like, it means you're in between autumn and winter, basically. But yeah. I don't know. Do you guys have any plans for the summer or for the rest of summer, I guess? I'm curious. Or is it just boring, scary 2024 vibes? Like, I will never forget last year. It was the most boring year ever and like the most scary year ever. Oh, deep winter. I would make you something different. I'm not saying I'm going to make something. I'm take forever. Like I suck. I'm really bad. Like I'm very slow. So it takes me 20,000 years to make something. But there's good winter yarns. Getting off Twitter made the world a lot less scary, LOL. Oh my gosh, were you on Twitter? I was so like, I've been on Twitter a bit because I've been kind of sassy on there, and I've been very like I'm very political on Twitter. Because I feel like that's like probably the right place for it, you know. But I don't get any views or anything. Nobody likes me on Twitter. They're like, "Fuck off, bitch." That's basically the vibe I get on Twitter. But that's okay, I guess. Oh, oh, let's see. Ooh, but yeah, I mean, they have yarns that are more suited for winters. Winter is good to be because a lot of clothing options are made for winters. There's like a winter bias if we want to get into it. There's discrimination. But that Britishy restaurant I went to, it was very like it had like a lot of spring clothes, but I did get a shirt from it. But it has spring, like they're all spring colors. So I can kind of wear it. I had to get an orange, and I can do orange because I'm an autumn. I'm autumny. But yeah, my best colors are like wine, burgundy, olive, brown, dark brown, you know, dark green, especially the darker colors. Caleb says, my Twitter is full of gay men selfies. Interesting, Caleb. Very interesting. I'll say that's so true. I have my pick of whatever I want for the most part and most of the colors. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was winter bias. Winter bias. Caleb says, I don't know why I don't like or comment or anything on Twitter, but my feed is just loaded with gay content. It's because you're looking. That's why. You can measure your eye movements. So if you're like this, just kidding, then it knows. It knows you're gay. I still have yet to hear Caleb's South African accent, which I cannot do a South African accent, but all I think of is Elon. All I think of is Elon.
Or I call him Liblon because he's pretty liberal. I love how people act like he's like far right or something. I'm like, he's not. He was literally busing people to go get an abortion in another state that worked for his company. I'm like, that's really pretty Liblon. Oh my God. But that's how I make fun of him. He doesn't? What does he talk like then? What is his accent? His accent. What would you call it then? He's got like 30 baby mamas. I know, for real, Lexi. I don't know. I think it's because the far left does not realize how far they've gone. Oh, I'm doing this wrong. Oh, I'm talking too much shit. Ooh. Whoops. Whoops. Look at me. Doing the wrong part of the pattern. I'm talking too much shit. This is what happened. I used to do this all the time in 2022. I'd be talking shit, and then I would do it wrong, and then I'd have to do it over. And then I'd blame my audience and I'd be like, you guys ruined it. That's what I'd say. I'd be like, you guys ruined this. He sounds like a mix of Canadian American and British. And British. You have to say it. British and American. American. It's so funny when I hear like Britishy people or Australians and they try to talk American. They're like I remember my first love, he was so extra because, oh my God, I think I've told this story before. I'm going to tell it again now because I'm a hoe. But he visited, this was like Halloween 2013. This is actual 2013, Lexi. So we're actually taking it back to 2013. And he had flown out from Australia and he was visiting me, or he was visiting, and we were at like Long Beach at the Pike. I don't know if you know what that is, Lexi, but you might because you're Cali girl, so you might know what I'm talking about. Same with you, Pizza Cheetah. No, but Pizza Cheetah might be in a different place. But if you know what the Pike is, let me know. If you know, you know. And so we were at like that wharf area. And I mean, he was not my ex. We were never that, but it was like weird situationship, closeted bullshit, basically. But the point is, I was freezing because it was like, it's a little chilly in LA in a Halloween. And so I was like, oh my God, I'm so cold. Cause like I had this jacket that I was wearing, but it just wasn't really it. It was kind of not enough. And so Aussie guy was like, he said something like, oh, I guess you should have, he's like, maybe next time you should bring a jumper. Not the outlets, Pizza Cheetah. It's called the Pike. There's like a movie theater. There's like a wharf. And there's like Hooters. Bubba Gump's is there. Gosh, I'm like really thinking of everything in my mind. I don't think there's outlets, but it's in Long Beach. And there's like all this construction stuff on the other side. Do you know it? You know it, Lexi. You know it. Oh my God, I love that. I love the Cali representation. Anyways, so we were there in the twinkling lights, and I'm just kidding. But okay, so you know what it is. Okay. Yeah. So basically I was like there and he was like, oh, he's like, maybe you should bring a jumper or a better jumper. And I was like, a what? And he was like, a jumper. I was like, what? He was like, a jumper. I was like, what? Oh, what? Like, I was so like, what the fuck are you even saying? Like,
you would think that he had just smoked crack right in front of me. Like, I was literally like, what the actual fuck are you even saying? Like, I had never heard that in my life. I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, a jacket. He's like, or a sweater. And he said it like that. He's like, a sweater. I was like, wow. And he's like, and he's like, what are these called? He like pointed to his shoes. And I was like, I don't know, sneakers or something. And he was like, no, he's like, they're trainers. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, shut up, you know. But anyways, that was like a really bad one. The jumper. Because it's jumpa, whatever. Aussie. I cannot do an Australian accent for the life of me. And he even said he was a Gemini, by the way, Lexi, which was nothing but trouble. I will let you know. Nothing but trouble. Nothing. He was a very shadowy Gemini. He was very two-faced, legit two-faced. He literally was like, it was one of those things where because he was so closeted, he was like a different person with me and then a different person with everyone else. And then he eventually lied about me and everything, like I said. So here we go. Whoop-de-doo, right? Albatross over here. Still have always been the albatross, but yeah, it didn't work out, obviously. But that's why I would never talk to him again, because he threw me under the bus and it was horrible. But anyways, at the time, I was horrible to him too, though. So I have to be like I kind of understand it deep down. I get it. You know, I can understand why. But anyways, so yeah, that was my moment with him. And then we literally debated politics in person because we were like he was a leftist. I'm pretty sure he was just like a total SJW, but I didn't know what an SJW was because we didn't have that term back in 2013. So I don't remember what I called him at the time, but he was very, very, very leftist. Okay. And he was like one of those where he's like, I'm actually center left, but he's not. He was like radically left, basically, in my opinion. He was like radical. And he was like, you're just so conservative. And I was like, I mean, I was more conservative at the time, but I wasn't, I don't know. I was a California conservative. Like, I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. So, anyways, we literally debated politics in person and everything. Like, I literally debated with him about the border. And he looked at me and he's like, it's just so exclusionary what you're doing or what you're saying. He's like, and you're not stupid and you're saying stupid things. And he was just so like, he had like this fire in his eyes over it. And I was like, oh my gosh, you know, because it's really weird to like have those conversations in person. Like I felt like I was on a Jubilee episode. But we were both like really obsessed with politics. So we had like it was like a bad romance / political enemies, sparring partner / like throwing massive shade, but both closeted for each other. It was very weird. Very fucking weird. Yeah, I first heard it in 2014. So I didn't hear about it by that point. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, he literally was like, he's like, it's just so exclusionary what you're saying. And I was like, okay, because I think we should have a border. Like what? You know? And there were some things where I was wrong about at the time, but I was 21. I was not wrong about the border. No, I was not wrong about that. That is aged like a fine wine. But yeah, that was the argument. But it was so weird. I was so into him though. Oh my God. I was so stupidly fucking into him. Oh my God. It was crazy. But it was very like red love. I don't think it was true love in the sense because it was just passion. It was just passion, you know. I was very passionate towards him. But I wasn't good to him and he wasn't good to me. So I'm like, I don't know if I consider that love because it was kind of toxic. But, you know, we love that, you know? And then he was the kind of person where like he wanted to help me, but then when I started getting better, then he cut me off at the knees and he tried to sabotage me when I was getting better. And it's like I had come out. By the time we stopped talking, I had come out. I had come to terms with my sexuality. I had started to like take more pride in myself and, you know, that kind of stuff. And I was doing things and I was starting to do more in life. And he was very like, because I was extremely depressed when I talked to him. Like, I'm sure my ex that I just, you know, that just didn't work out. He probably thought I was like so fucking depressed. Hun, you don't even know. Like, what first love dealt with, I was like rock bottom, very bad, very, very, very bad when I was talking to him. And like I said, I put him through hell. I regret a lot of that because it was not good. But you know, it is what it is, right? Hindsight's 2020. But yeah, like I came to terms with all that and I was getting better. And it's like as I was getting better, he got jealous that I was getting better. And he started to like resent me for it. So it was very toxic, super, super toxic. And I wasn't good to him, like I said, so I don't blame him completely. Um, but we talked a lot for like 3 years. Isn't that crazy? And I went to Australia and I saw him in Australia, which is crazy. And there was definitely closeted bullshit going on too. But I did not think he was gay at all. I was shocked, but I think he's bi. So I feel like you can kind of hide it better when you're bi. But he, I think, was bi. But I think he wanted to kind of experiment out here, but I wasn't that type of girly pop, you know, so I didn't make it easy for him. But yeah, I wanted to. I was very into him. But I didn't because I was like, no. Because I didn't trust him. So that's my advice is be honest. Because if you're not, it's like hard, you know. I didn't trust him. And back then I had like zero game at all. I still really don't have any, but back then I had negative game. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's like I knew literally nothing about guys and I was so lost and I was so confused as to what was happening because I did not like I was fat and everything and I was like I'm not attractive. Nobody will ever find me attractive. Like I was completely shocked. Completely shocked that that was a thing and I could not it was just crazy because I feel like with me because I'm so feminine it's like there's like a forbiddenness to me like it's weird it's a very weird thing where when guys are attracted to me there's that albatross quality to it there's like a scandal there's like it's a scandal it's a secret it's this it's that you know it's that kind of thing and it's a lot less now but back then it was major so it was a trip. So to answer your question, wildlife. Oh my gosh, I'm talking country. Um, damn, I am half. Well, I guess I don't know. I would think I'm mostly Spanish, to be honest. I don't know. Like I do, you know, half of my lineage is from Mexico, but they're very, very light skinned. So I don't know if it's like, you know, heavily Spanish kind of vibe. But yeah, definitely. Definitely. But I would say half and half, I guess. I have a lot of all over Europe. So in terms of Europe, I'm like very mutt, super mutt. So, but I'd say like the biggest things I have from Europe is probably Spain. That's probably the biggest one. And then Spain, then there's German, there's Swedish. I have and I think some French in me too. I think that's it. I don't think I have any English in me, which is interesting. Um, but I think German, French, Swedish, Spanish. Spanish. I'm Spanish. But yeah, so I do have family from Mexico, or Arizona. I don't know. It's confusing. You know, when it goes back far enough, then there's like that gray area where it's like Arizona is still Mexico, but it's not, it's like one of those kind of things. So I don't know. It's like a trip. But yeah, so that's what I would say. It's a lot of mixed. A lot of mixed. Caleb says I'm German and Scottish. Ooh, evil German. Oh my God, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But yeah, so you don't have any Swedish. Oh my God, I cannot talk. I sound so dumb tonight. I don't have any Swedish, French, jump the gun. Yeah. What do you have then? You need to spell. What you got? What you got? But yeah, definitely Hispanic for sure. Defo. Everyone thinks I'm Jewish. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know why that was funny to me, but it was. Got my hair. My mom hates it when I have my hair like this. Okay, Mexican, Native, and German. Yeah, I do have some Native in me. I know because one of my uncles did. He did like the DNA thing. I think he had like 10% or something. He had like around that much, so I probably would have less, but I'd have less. I don't know, like 5 or less or something like that. It's in me. It is there. But my Mexican ancestors hail from Spain, so I'm super light. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really know. I don't know all about my lineage, to be honest. But like I said, like on my dad's side, my dad was light skinned. My uncle is light skinned. My grandma's light skinned. My great grandma was a little bit darker, which she was a Gemini. And she fled from Arizona, which her dad was a ginger, but her dad was very abusive. He was gingy. Which is, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know. But anyways, he was really abusive. And so she escaped at 18. Like she took the train and she like ran and she fled to California, basically, when she was 18. Isn't that crazy? Could you imagine? And she was homeless for a minute. And she said that she would go on dates for the meals and she would like sleep in movie theaters. And then she like kept clean. Oh, okay, it is. Okay, that makes sense then, Lexi. But yeah, so she told me that whole thing of how she survived when she escaped here. She literally just like escaped at 18. She just like took off. She got on a train and fled. So I don't even know when that would have been. That would have been like, I probably would have been in the 40s or something. Isn't that crazy? It's pretty wild. Yeah, for real. And she's a Gemini. She's a Gemini. So I loved her so much. She loved to gossip. She was such a gossip. Such a gossip. Oh my God. You do not even know. And when I turned 20, she was like, "When are you getting married?" She was like that. So I got the questions of when I'm getting married. And I was like, I was all gay about it. I don't even think it was legal for me to get married at that time, which is great. So
But yeah, we love. We love.
So that was a trip. But she passed when I was 21. It was kind of sad, but she did have dementia and stuff before she passed. So she wasn't really herself for like quite a while, which is sad. But I still will always remember her forever, forever and ever and ever. She was very superstitious, and she yeah, I just loved her so much. And she liked watching like nature shows and stuff. Like it's funny how much I remember. I remember so much. I'm glad I spent a lot of time with her. I did. Like I spent a lot of time with her, like all growing up. So, and I appreciated her a lot and her perspectives on things. But she loved having a Leo grandson to bounce the gossip off of. LOL. Yes, yes. And she told me, she's like, one day, she's like, I'm going to be reincarnated, and you're going to be the grandpa, and I'm going to be the young one. She told me that one time. That was so funny. But yeah. Oh my God, Caleb, really? Oh man, freaking 2013, man. That was one of those years. That was the year she died. So that was the year she died. That's the year I met Ozzy, and all that crap went down. And oh gosh, it just, whew, a lot of stuff got crazy after that. And it feels like the world got crazy after that, to be honest. Because it's like, I don't know how like Gen Z never, I feel like you guys never experienced like normal, you know? Because I remember when things were normal, and it was normal most of my life. And then throughout my 20s, it just like turned crazy. And now I don't even know what the fuck I don't even know what we're doing anymore. I'm like, what? I love to hear you guys were close. I was raised by my Capricorn grandparents, and my grandpa just passed last year. It's such an unexplainable special bond. I know it is. It's hard. That type of thing is hard, obviously, but I don't know. I'm sorry, Caleb. I wasn't close to all my family, but a lot of my family has died now, which is kind of scarring. Like my dad's side of the family, almost all of them are dead now, which is crazy. Because my grandma died. She died pretty young. She died when I was in high school on my dad's side. So, and then I always had family issues too, because I don't think like everyone else. So it's like one side of my family was like really, really liberal, or like kind of, honestly, kind of SJW, little touch of SJW, but very, very, very liberal, like very, very hated Trump and all that. And then the other side of my family is like extremely conservative and very, very, very like, you know, I don't know if they're as bad now, but they were very, very like homophobic and all that stuff back in the day. And like you can't be friends with someone who's a whore, that kind of level. But I don't know though, because they're kind of ratchet. So I'm like, it's like a weird thing where it's like ratchet in their youth, but then like really hardcore when they're older, kind of thing. But either way, like I don't fit into either side. So political/religious differences affected my relationship with both sides of my family, because I don't agree with either side. And so I got canceled by the right wing side of my family and the left wing side of my family. So I'm like, okay, but it's not like everybody didn't talk to me anymore. But I've been persona non grata a lot in life. And so, like I said, I'm the albatross. So I think I just have to be used to that in terms of like being online, because there's always going to be that quality to me, and people are always going to just hate me or whatever, because I'm not going to buy into their dogma, you know. But again, I'm not here for them. So I think it's just important to keep the perspective. My little brother is Gen Z. It's unfathomable to me to think about how different his adolescence was from mine and now young adulthood. I love how expressive they are, but so sheltered. I know. I like Gen Z. I do. I mean, not all of them. Some of them are awful. Like, I'm sorry, I have to like to give a disclaimer. I don't like the dogmatic Gen Z. That is so fucking annoying. Oh my god, it's like shut the fuck up. You know, the ones that are like that live their lives by statistics, and the ones that are like, oh gosh, oh wow, you're saying that? That's crazy. Like those types of Gen Z, I'm just like, you guys have nothing to stand on when you call anyone crazy. Like, shut the fuck up. That's how I honestly feel, you know? Because I'm like, you don't do anything. So get out and do something and then see how crazy you are. Because it's like you're sheltered and you just spend all your time on the internet. You don't talk to anybody and you're just like obsessed with statistics. I don't like that kind of Gen Z. That kind of Gen Z drives me out. But there are other kinds of Gen Z that I really like. You know, I like the expressiveness, the creativity. There's a lot of like Gen Z that are more open-minded, which I like those types. There's Gen Zs that are funny. I like the funny Gen Zs, even if it's like offensive humor. Um, you know, and that kind of stuff. So there are those that I really like a lot, and I feel like I want to help those ones. But like I feel like the dogmatic Gen Zs are kind of bullies, you know. And they're always like pushing everyone to conform because there is like a super conformist wing of Gen Z, and I don't like that side. I hate it because I'm not a conformist and I don't like that. Um, so I will not stand for it. I'm a very individualistic person. And like I said, I get shit for it all the time. But I agree. I still feel bad about COVID and stuff because those are some of my most adventurous years that I'm glad I was able to go out and do things because I think it would have completely shut me down, you know, and I feel like so much of Gen Z is broken after what happened and they were doing well before. So I think those people are evil. Like they wanted to break a generation like they broke ours, you know, which is horrible to say, but I don't know. But anyways, that was dark. Sorry. I just got all dark, but I think I'm gonna have to go because it's getting really late. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I think I might go live again before I leave, but I'm gonna have to do some work and stuff the next couple days, and I have to go to the gym. But I have a stream title that I have to use. So I have to use the I'll go back to LA. I'll go back to LA with my so-called friends who write books about me if I'll ever make it. So I have to use that stream title. So I'm gonna have to go live before I go. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for being here. This was fun. We did lose somebody tonight. So it was spicy. Those are the best ones when we lose someone. You should all be proud. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.